I've dreamt of this day for so long. I lived every moment over and over. I imagined every tiny detail, but even my plans fell short of how sweet this day would be. Now that we are here at last, I can finally say, I will have everything I deserve. My vows before you all. What's his is now mine. So, let us toast. Noble houses of Innistrad, raise your glass. Not to a blushing bride, but to a queen. To power. To dominion over the endless night. To me. This will change Zendikar forever. Careful. No.
What is this thing, Nahiri?
No more storms or disasters. No more hellish monsters. This is our chance.
Our chance? Zaren's chance? No.
I'm so sorry, Ikoria. I truly am.
This is the Heron's Grace Orphanage. Here, you will earn your keep. And don't think that I will go lightly on you, new boy. You cannot hide behind that crutch. I expect a good day's work out of you tomorrow, or I'll throw you over the walls. For the werewolves. Dropping my apples? Here, wolf! Get your dinner.
I won't do it again!
Next time, I won't be lenient. Fix him up, Doctor. I've got a schedule to keep.
Would you like me to help you?
Yes. Please.
Just breathe. When the moon is full and bright, and children lie awake in fright, beware the beast that lurks the halls, to chew you up, bones and all. But do not cry when it draws near, for the beast can smell your fear.
That's what you'll get if you don't.
You cannot hide behind that crutch.
thirst for adventure. The curiosity that propels you into the unknown darkness. Courage where others may falter. The boldness to stand your ground. Heroes are not born. They are forged. Crafted like any blade, they are tempered by fire. These flames of war mold you, shape you into weapons to slay your foes, with armor to shield your allies. There are always new dangers to face. Beast you cannot see. A nightmare you cannot understand. Battle is in your blood. It is your nature to fight. But if you think you will find glory here, you are mistaken. It does not matter what you do. Your ending has been written. And when you're destroyed, then it will be my time to rise.
Just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Quite alright, I need you. arrived. And I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
神側において伝統とテクノロジーは相反しない。その融和こそ未来だ。我々が競い合うのはプライドではなく進歩。我々の機械を動かすのは遥か祖先より伝わりし魔法。より速く、より高く、光り輝く。時代の黎明とともに、そして彼女の帰還とともに、我々の未来が今始まる。
This world is one of legend. Many realms, epic sagas, bound by one truth. Viking or Valkyrie, elf or dwarf, all belong to the world tree. All are supplicant to the gods. Gods who travel between the realms to do their bidding, for peace, for bloodshed, or for their own amusement. But what if there was a way to harness this power? A weapon with the ability to protect all. A weapon of pure strength, forged for a god. Or, in more creative hands, a weapon of unimaginable chaos! Who's ready for some fun? Come on! Yeah! We're starting! Don't take me up! Go!
Help us, please.
When does a hero's journey begin? The moment you step outside the safety of your home? Or when you realize the fight has just begun? Is it when you comprehend how small you are compared to the vastness of what threatens to destroy you? When did you learn that the journey isn't a lonely road, and you didn't have to face the darkness alone? Lesser souls lose heart and lay down their swords. But a champion risks everything for the greater good. Take comfort in this. True heroes never die. The sun rises, the sun sets. But we all have to cross the river someday. Even her. Resign yourself to your glorious fate. I am coming to claim my prize.
My demon master resides within this hell vault. I cannot shatter it outright, but I can cast a spell that will make an unwitting fool the agent of its destruction. Such as, well, yeah. You, Cathar. Save this shiny rock, or save the lives of your fellow warriors. Predictable. Grizzlebrand, the demon I seek to remove my curse.
Avacyn!
With Avacyn restored, my interests now lie elsewhere.
Legions of angels have been given a renewed sense of purpose, and clearly, strength is returning to our people. Archmages are again wielding their divine power. Once fearsome predators are now subservient guardians. And this reign of darkness will end.
Some were born to fight. Some were born to rule. I was never born at all. I returned home. My spirit torn between two dragons. One a tyrant. One a ghost. On my world of Tarkir, the dragons have been driven to extinction by the 5 warrior clans.
The fierce Armad have conquered the wastes.
My former clan of swift horses and swifter tempers. The monks of the Jeskai clan are masters of the mystic arts. Cunning, controlled, and disciplined. The fierce Tiber have come to dominate the icy frontier. Savage opponents with ferocious hearts. The Sultai and their undead servants rule a decadent empire. Ruthless serpents, decked in stolen treasures. And the Abzan have become unstoppable desert warriors. Enduring, loyal, and surprisingly hard to kill. This is the world that drew me back. A world that needs you. Torn by battle, trampled by clashing hordes, ruled by Khans.
foes are legion, these 5 are potentially problematic. A noble predator, he believes himself to be. This Guruk wild speaker, brutal savage, merely a merciless killer. His impatience is my virtue. Jace Beleriand's greatest strength is his greatest flaw. A supremely powerful mind incapable of perceiving how he could rule all. A keystone in an unfathomable plan. So utterly filled with power, so wholly lacking in restraint and vision, seeking freedom. Will Chandra Nalar rise above personal retribution, or will her fury consume all? A dark power commanding the dead. Liliana Vess inspires terror. Indebted to demons, entranced in a pursuit of unattainable desires. As ruthless as myself. Reinforcer of life, light, and strength in allies. A contemptible blight. Should we cross again, I'll snuff a Johnny Goldmane's spark, consigning him to an endless night. They're but obstacles, part of a grand design. Fight them endlessly, they'll likely prevail every time. However, should you prove to be a duelist of measure, having defeated these opponents with skill, consider your fate. For if you dare face me, destroying you shall be my pleasure.
We are the gods who hold dominion over the world. The givers of light. The stewards of the wilds. The guardians of the dead. Some manipulate mortals. Create catastrophes. Send monsters to terrorize the land. Such are the whims of the gods. And I am Heliod, the greatest of these. Yet something ominous gnaws at the edges of my world. Akros is home to fierce warriors, yet they struggle against hordes of minotaurs. In Meletus, the city of philosophers, oracles foresee disaster. And Satessa, a haven in the wilds, is terrorized by monsters like none have seen before. My world is filled with heroes, but none of them are strong enough to defeat the enemy hiding in plain sight among them. Yet, I know one who is. She does not wish to be a hero, but fate has other plans for her. Elspeth will save Theros from the usurper who would steal it from me. Darkness approaches, and she must become the hero she was meant to be.
My name is Gideon, and I'm about to die. I was born on a world long since destroyed. Some say I played a hand in its destruction. Less charitable voices say I was the sole cause of its demise. I cared little at the time, as I was blinded by my own self-righteous fury. But then a reckoning came upon me. I found others who could travel between worlds, and whose beliefs conflicted with my own. I was humbled by their power and tempered by their convictions. I resolved to learn from my opponents. I would do better, be better, and fight the very kind of tyrant I had become. For years I stood alone. In countless battles, I won every time. Until now. I've given my all and it wasn't enough. But I have a plan. I've done the one thing my opponent could never do. I've made allies out of enemies.
My bonds have compelled me back to Markov Manor. Painfully, it's clear this land is not as I'd left it. Thraben's wall has been breached. The balance I strove to perfect has been upset. My ravenous brethren cannot see the greater good. And once again, they wreak havoc, their hunger knowing no bounds. Humanity fights valiantly, but they are losing ground. Some go mad. Others, sensing the inevitable, give themselves freely. And once the shadows claim the last of them, my kind shall turn on itself. Where is she whom I created, my guardian of order? Havison, my angel, what has befallen you? I will find you, and those who block me will answer to my sword.
This is my city, my home. After years of searching, I've come to find a refuge from this life of endless turmoil. But of late, activities amongst the guilds of Ravnica has drawn my attention. The Azorius magistrates behave with impunity, imposing ever greater dictates upon the citizenry, while the Bacchanal of Rakdos has taken on an added fervor, giving me pause in light of other guild activities, such as those of the quietly powerful Selesnians, preparing themselves for something, and to what end? And the Golgari, providers of questionable sustenance. Their rot lies under the surface, for now. As for the Izzet, the mad thinkers, Ravnica's frenzied engineers, their activities have intensified, and more guilds remain. I sense another power at work. A potent mind I cannot identify. What force is at work here? And what does it mean for Ravnica?
I have entered an accursed plane, where even death is not absolute. A foul land where nothing seems right, where abominations run rampant, preying on a terrified populace. A fitting refuge for one as venomous as Liliana Vess. This consort of demons has damned me with the curse of the Chain Veil, and she will revoke it, or she will die. Should I prove victorious, perhaps I'll aid those who would stand against this darkness. But time is short. And I feel her curse consuming me. And my greatest fear is that I may relish the monstrosity I could become. Ascend into darkness.
Ravnica, City of Guilds. Anything and everything can be found on this worldwide cityscape. Grand halls, decrepit slums, and ancient ruins are interwoven amid the maze of streets, bustling markets, and shadowy back alleys. Life is never dull for the citizens of Ravnica, as its 10 guilds vie for power, wealth, and influence. 10 guilds delicately balanced in a harmony that has let the city flourish. Until the Planar Bridge, a portal to another world, opens within the heart of Ravnica. An army of death greets the world with a roar of desert air. For the first time in over 10 millennia, Ravnica is at all-out war. An army of death advances on Ravnica. But the world is not without its defenders. From across the multiverse, planeswalkers answer the call to fight a common foe. Some come willingly, ready to put a stop to the army and its mastermind, Nicol Bolas. Others are simply drawn by the inexplicable power of an interplanar beacon. But there is another light shining in Ravnica's sky. The immortal sun, a key component in the Elder Dragon's plans, has been activated. Any planeswalker who sets foot onto Ravnica finds themselves unable to leave. The trap has been set and triggered. Until Bolas is defeated, there is no escape. Across Ravnica, the 10 guilds mobilize to confront the Elder Dragon Nicol Bolas. The Ravnicans begin their counterattack, unleashing powerful weapons and champions of their own against Bolas's army. Others set their eyes on storming his citadel and taking down Nicol Bolas himself, which is exactly what he wants. A magical flare rises from the dragon's throne. The sky begins to darken, and in the plaza below, the screams of planeswalkers fill the air. The undead army is no longer simply killing those in their path. They're harvesting. Now, every single planeswalker fights for more than their lives. The Elder spell has been cast. With every planeswalker's death, the bright core of their being soars towards Nicol Bolas, fueling his ascension to godhood. Spark after spark is consumed. Life after life ends. Those who manage to survive the initial assault fall back to regroup. Bolas's army continues to advance as he unleashes new atrocities. With each failure, Nicol Bolas grows stronger. Ravnicans and planeswalkers alike need to come up with a new counterattack before it's too late. The endgame has begun. When you rule by fear, your greatest weakness is one who's no longer afraid. Serve or die. For the necromancer Liliana, who dreams of immortality, the choice should be obvious. Liliana chooses death. She controls the minds of Nicol Bolas's vast army. Her army. Every Eternal on Ravnica stands at her attention. And at her command, they turn their assault on the would-be god. In that moment of defiance, her contract is broken. her life forfeit, a price she is willing to pay. But she's not the only one with a choice to make. As she accepts her fate, someone else steps forward to bear the cost of betrayal. Gideon. And with his sacrifice, Liliana is given the strength and time she needs to end Nicol Bolas, once and for all.